Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nayri, also known as Wedding Fashion Expert. This week we are talking about a question that we have been getting asked so regularly lately, and it is brides calling in asking if they are allowed to or if they should wear makeup to their appointment to try on wedding dresses. Before we dive into this week's topic, please be sure to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, drop me a comment below, let me know if there's a particular video topic you'd like me to create a video on. I am here for you, guiding you along the way leading up to your special day. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. I am so honored that you found me. I am, of course, a wedding fashion expert, stylist, buyer, wears so many different hats at Lovella Bridal, located in Los Angeles, California. For daily content, be sure to follow us on Instagram at Lovella Bridal, at Lovella Plus, and at Wedding Fashion Expert. Don't forget to hit that follow button on TikTok at Lovella Bridal and at Wedding Fashion Expert as well. Since we've been asked this so many times recently, brides calling in asking if they're allowed to wear makeup or if we recommend they should wear makeup. What are our thoughts on wearing makeup or not wearing makeup while trying on wedding dresses? This question is coming up primarily because bridal shops within our area are telling brides to not wear makeup to their dress try-on appointments. Why? Makeup on your face or self-tanning, anything like that, gets on the dresses. Our dresses are primarily white. Once you stain our dress, it devalues our dresses, our inventory. Every single inventory item in a bridal store is purchased by a store. People are really surprised to hear that, which I find really interesting because it wouldn't be financially feasible for designers to gift us all these stock dresses. So bridal stores are paying for every single item that is in inventory that you are trying on. Eventually, we all go on to sell the sample that you are trying on for a discount. The discount is usually determined based on the condition of the dress. So if you have self-tanner on or makeup on, that is transferring onto the dress and it's very difficult to get off. We also don't recommend dry cleaning dresses prior to wearing them down the aisle. So if we were to dry clean one of our stock dresses, it changes the material a little bit. So then that wouldn't be a fair assessment on what the bride is going to be receiving as her dress. So if we were to take a dress and go dry clean it and you order a dress based on one of our samples that's been dry cleaned, it's going to appear a little bit different and feel a little bit different than it did when it wasn't dry cleaned, because dry cleaning is a chemical that's being used and it does impact the material. It doesn't damage it. That's not what I'm saying. It just changes the appearance of it. It isn't as fresh and crisp as it is when it is brand new. Now, while I've given you the whole spiel of why stores do not want you wearing makeup, at Lovella Bridal, we do not have a policy. I actually prefer you wear makeup. I know that this is totally going against everything I just said. However, I prefer you wearing makeup if you are typically a person who wears makeup. If makeup makes you feel more beautiful, more confident, if it is the type of makeup that you'll be wearing on wedding day, I think it's very helpful so that you like the way that you look in photos, you like how you look when you look in the mirror. For me, majority of the time, I actually don't wear makeup. I wear a tinted sunscreen and maybe a little bit of mascara. But when I am doing formal things or filming or working, I am wearing makeup. So for me to go wedding dress shopping on my wedding day, I would wear makeup. So to go wedding dress shopping, that's going to complete the full look that I'm going for. Now, please do not do self-tanner. This is far, far, far worse than makeup. Self-tanner really gets on the inside everywhere, on the outside of the dress. That is a no-no. If you want to do a spray tan, so long as it's not rubbing off and transferring, you're totally good to go. And keep in mind that it would also transfer on wedding day as well if you were doing self-tanner on wedding day. So be mindful of that. It is a white or an ivory dress. It's going to show the contrast of the coloring. Now, when I have a bride who has a full face of makeup on, something we do at Lovella, for starters, is when you get into a dress, you're actually stepping into a dress. This is why a bridal stylist helps you so that you don't damage our inventory, you don't damage our dresses, and you don't get makeup on our dresses. So the reason why I don't mind you wearing makeup is because I'm having you step into every single dress. We are not putting them over your face. They are not touching your face. However, if I see a bride touch her face, I usually wipe her hand and tell her not to touch the dress. So I am very mindful. I just tell my brides not to touch their face and then touch the dress. This goes for your alteration appointments as well. When you have your physical dress that you have bought and you're going through the alteration process, don't wear makeup necessarily to your dress try-on, because there is more likelihood of touching your face or rubbing and then touching the dress, and that's your actual wedding dress. So be mindful of touching your face. For certain brides I have that have a booty, and we are trying on fitted dresses, and these dresses aren't going over the booty. That does happen, so I have to go from the top. I have to put the dress over their head. What I ask that bride to do is I ask her to dive into the dress and block her face. So she's going to either block her face like this or dive in with her hands up, if you can kind of see that, kind of like straight up in the air, blocking her face so that her elbows and her hands are protecting her face from getting makeup onto the dress. And it actually also helps, it's easier to get on than your hands being down. It's more helpful to dive in because then it just slides right onto your body and your hands go up and over. So it's functional for multiple reasons. It's functional to block the face from makeup transferring onto the dress. And it's also very functional because it makes it very easy to put the dresses on. So all in all, of course, certain stores are going to have these policies set in place that I have explained to you why that policy is in place and why they're requesting you to show up with no makeup. But I do also feel that that works against you if you are going to view yourself in these dresses and in the photos differently without having any makeup on. So I want you to do what works best for you. And if a store has asked you not to wear makeup while you're trying on dresses, just be very mindful to not get the makeup onto any of their veils or dresses, just so that you're conscious of it and you're aware and you're just being mindful and respectful towards the money they've invested in their inventory to be able to have that opportunity to dress you in these items. I hope this video was helpful and added more clarity on this topic. For more videos and tips like these, be sure to tune in every Wednesday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I will see you in next week's video.